Good morning, everybody. Namaste. Welcome back. Monday morning, Transitional Yoga. I'm Jenna. Nice to see you. Welcome again back to the mat. This morning, we are going to be working on some heart openers. We're going to be working on increasing a little fire, a little heat to our lives in honor of Hanukkah. The mats today, if you're setting up at home, if you can find a flat wall, please find a flat wall. If you have a door that you can shut and potentially the door will close outward, right? So it sits into the jamb. You can go into the inside of the door for some of this work. You could work against the edge of a couch, right? If the edge of the couch is here, you could use the side of the couch. And worse comes to worse, or even probably maybe in the best of the best, you can add another chair to your mat, or we're going to move the one that we're on around onto our mat. But the mat should be set up this way, lengthwise. Excuse me, a chair at one end, which you'll see here, and eventually I'll take the one that I'm sitting on out of the way. Also, for our props today, if you have 2 blankets, please get 2 blankets. If you have 1 block, 2 blocks, possible, grab those as well. A strap, if you have it. And the final thing that I would like you to grab before you sit down on the mat today is something that smells delicious. This is a small bottle of oil. Not burning oil, but a fragrance oil. And I'd like you to find that delicious smell, something yummy to smell. Come back to your chair, let your feet relax on the mat, and let's start by smelling whatever this item is. So unwrap it or open it up. If it's a spritz, don't spritz it in your face. Spritz it down towards your legs. Spritz it in front of you. Waft your hands around a little bit so it fumigates the air rather than on you. On this one, I'm going to just drag it underneath my nose. Right? If you were smelling a delicious dish, you would take your hand and you'd waft that smell upward into your palate. And as you do this, breathe in. Exhale, remove that away from the face. Relax down. Cleanse the palate, nothing in the nose. Breathe in, full breath. Exhale, relax back out through the nose. And one more time, either smell the head of the perfume or the fragrance underneath the nostrils for another sip of air in. I'm going to put mine away for now. And just really let that whole essence absorb into you. Sit down, let your hands relax, close your eyes, and breathe. As you inhale, I want you to drag in, remember the smell that you just fumigated, you've put around you. And fumigation is not a bad thing. Sometimes flour fumigate. Oh, they're so delicious. When you cook, right, you have that fumigation of the sense of the foods around your home. Specifically now, we're getting into lakka frying season, right, or sufganiyot for the holidays. And, ooh, that smell of that oil, right, cooking in the kitchen. That warmth that it brings to our soul, because it is soul food, Jewish soul food, but it is. And that really sits well into our gut, both literally and figuratively, right? So now we start our breath work. Oh, you got to look at mine, especially after the holidays. I want you to breathe into that space underneath the breastline, around the stomach and the liver, right? And we inhale into that area, slow breath. Smell the air, smell that sense, that essence. And as you exhale, slowly let that part of the abdominals, right, the rib cage, relax back into your body and let it close off. Let it squeeze a little bit. Let it hug and nurture the organs of the belly. Inhale again through the nose. Smell the air, open up. Bring that fragrance back into your mind, bring it back into your body. And as you exhale, close the belly button in and up, close the rib cage in and up, and lock those abdominal organs in and up. In and up in yoga means Uddiyana Bandha, fly up. Inhale, open. Belly fills, chest fills, the mind opens, the rib cage opens. And as you exhale and the breath closes, navel in and up under the ribs. Lift the liver, lift the stomach in the sides of the fingers and tuck them under the rib cage. Try not to shrug the shoulders, let the shoulders relax down and just tuck it all in. Inhale slowly through the nose. We have 3 more breaths just like this. Smell the air. Nurture both the mind and the body and the digestive organs by letting them fill. And exhale slowly, let digestion occur. Relax for a moment, let the breath exhale, and then tuck it up. Right side, left side, and in the middle. And if it's not working so well, use the fingers, palpate. Inhale, open. Right side, left side, both sides fill. Exhale slowly, both lungs relax, the belly button comes up and in, lock it, and then sit up away from the back of the chair. Don't let those abs come out. Pull those abs up, sit tall, lift the rib cage away from the hips. Inhale again, relax the stomach. Chest up, breath open, belly fills. Exhale slowly, abs tuck in and up. Hands tuck in and up, shoulders press down, lean forward. With the abs tucked in, can you bring your hands and your ribs to the tops of the thighs? Hold here. Squish that stomach in, please. Use the fingers to roll the abdominals in and up. If you have a cat, it would almost be like a cat massaging, right, the fabric of a blanket, and massage it in, sit back. Last round of opening breathing. Inhale, fill. Smell the air. Open the palate, open the chest, open the lungs, open digestion. Exhale, close. Digestion lifts up. Rib cage lifts up. And the heart comes forward over the legs to stretch the back. Keep the belly in. Use the fingers. Roll down. The head is not dropping below my knees. My head is at shoulder height, right at the line of the hips. Stretching the spine forward. Remove the right hand down to the knee. Let the hands, left hand too now, let the hands come down to the toes. Stretch the spine forward. If the body is feeling a little short this morning, I just want you to show you, if you have those blocks, you could always rest your hands on the blocks. This is wonderful if you have a backache. It really feels great. Lift the chest up, open the heart. Draw the shoulder blades back. Breathe into the throat. And aerate. Smell the flower. Smell again that delicious food, that scent in front of you. Open up the heart, the chest, the mind. Exhale. Roll forward now. If your head and neck feel good, you can drop the nose below the knees. Ooh, stretch the back of the neck here, the hairline. You notice I'm dropping the blocks down here. Inhale up again. Long spine, look up towards the sky. Up on the fingertips, I stretch my chest and throat. I'm stretching from my ear to my jawline, down through the front of my clavicles and broad through my shoulders. Stretch the throat, stretch the trachea. Stretch the lymph glands of the neck. Stretch the ears and the eustachian tubes. Open the palate underneath the nose and the cheeks. And enjoy that lift. Exhale, roll down slowly. Shoulders to knees. Hands can either rest on the blocks or down on the floor. And then release the back of the neck again under. Tuck the chin down. Inhale up. Head lifts, nose lifts, chest lifts, roll up all the way onto the palms of the hands. Good, and exhale, sit back. Relax the spine to the chair. Abs in and up. Shoulder blades back. Slide the hands to the back of the chair, please. And without letting go, I'm holding right at the base of the seat and the back of the back chair legs. Inhale, come forward and reach. Oh, enjoy that stretch. Don't move, don't move. Hold on one second. I want you to see this from the side. The arms are locking onto the chair so that you can stretch your chest up and away. As the chest lifts up and away from the locked fingers, don't pull down, let them hold and lift up. You're going to find that the neck stretches ear to jawline again, jawline to shoulder, shoulder all the way out to the tip of the arm. Open. Balance the right shoulder and the left shoulder in an even stretch. In an open clavicle and a lifted heart. Center of my chest is up. My back is long, so pull the belly button in a little bit and see how much of a flat back you can maintain as you come forward and down. My spine reaches forward, my arms are stretching as my chin reaches forward over my toes. And then slowly tuck the nose down into the knees. Do not let go of those hands. And inhale, come up. Crown of the head, middle of the eyes, the nose. It's the front of the body that's lifting. The throat lifts, the heart lifts. Look where my elbows are pressed to the back of the chair now and lift. My shoulder blades now are active. The back of the body starts to work. Elbows press into the chair. The shoulder blades, right? The wings of the birds are squeezing down first and then to the center. Look what happens to my belly. Oh, big stretch, up, up, up. Good. Inhale, come to neutral spine and relax the arms. Great job. Great job. Beautiful. Let me go ahead. I'm going to remove this chair out of the way. We're going to work only with one chair for now. Stay seated, stay seated, stay seated. Okay. We're back to the chair. Before, you were seated all the way back. Spine was relaxed. Hands were holding to the back of the chair. Now I would like you to hold to the back of the chair, but slide your buttocks forward. The buttocks is going to come far enough so that the actual tush, right, your gluteal muscles are sitting on the chair, but your thigh bones, your femurs are just off, right? You start to separate the hip girdle from the legs. Hands on the back of the chair. Lift the spine up. Open the chest and lean forward. Here's what I do not want you to do. Do not lift that back of the chair. The hands press down. The tush sits back, and just the chest lifts up. You're aiming to lift the heart directly up towards the sky. The nose directly up towards the sky. Inevitably, the tushy wants to lift up and get light. And the abs tuck it back down, and I sit. Okay? Whether you're lift or not here is almost irrelevant. It has to do with the elevation of the chest. If the chest is depressed, there's no way the hips are going to move. If the chest is elevated and it's drawing up, not forward, but up and back a little bit, the shoulders are going to get strong. They're going to get broad. If this really bothers the hands, you can bring the hands all the way back and let the elbows bend into the back of the chair. Lean back gently. This is enough arch here. This is enough of a curve of the front of the chest to do the same job here without adding additional stress to the body. Hands press down, elbows reach to the back of the seat, but my heart lifts up. Oh, just that in itself, right, is an opening. Please balance the weight or the stretch between both shoulders evenly, okay? And it has to be done in your mind. Both elbows are touching, but are both shoulders stretching out evenly? Is the heart lifting up evenly between both sides? Take your time. Are your heels pressing down? Hold it, hold it, hold it. And now that you're light, can you lift up now? My hips stretch forward. My heart lifts up, my elbows press open the chest and slide the buttocks back down. Inhale, tall. Inhale, take the hands out to the T, relax the shoulders down. Inhale, we're going to turn to the left first so I can see you. And the right hand comes to the left knee, the left hand comes back behind the chair. Simple spinal twist. I know you can only probably see part of me here. You may not be able to see my back arm, but it doesn't matter. You can see the rotation of my chest towards the camera. You can see that my heart is right in line with my hip bone. And my spine is nice and tall. If you'd like to finish the rotation of the head, neck, and shoulders and look back towards the left hand, you may do so. Otherwise, keep it at that 90 degrees, right in line with the heart and the hip. And then inhale, come back to the center. Good. Take those arms up again to a T. Drop the shoulders down and turn to the right. Left hand, right knee. Right hand to the back of the chair. Scoop the belly in, lean back towards that right elbow. Try not to let that left knee roll forward, but pull that left knee back so you can have that rotation through the middle portion of that spine and the outside of that hip. Belly in, chest tall. Exhale, tuck the rib cage in, relax it as you turn towards the right shoulder. Belly button in. One more breath here. Scoop the belly, turn, turn, turn. Eyes, neck, shoulders towards that right elbow. And inhale, come back to the center. Beautiful job. Finally, we slide the buttocks forward if it's slid back, and we slide the feet a little bit more underneath the center of the thighs till you just start to feel the stretch through the Achilles and the feet. Inhale, sit forward. Right here, calves are working. Feel like you're going to go skiing a little bit. Stretch the hands forward and inhale up. Sit. Once you get to the top, squeeze the tush. Lift the chest, and we go again. Inhale, sit down. Exhale, relax back, hands to the knees. Stretch the heels and the calves. If you can move the feet back a little bit more to get a deeper stretch through the heels, go ahead and do so. Do not lift those heels up. Do not put them down. Good. Inhale, nose up, chest up, heart up, hands up, ribs up. And then when you get to the top, exhale, relax those hands down and think strong thighs. Strong inner legs pulling up. Strong buttocks. And then we inhale, come down, slow it down. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, come back. Stretch the feet. We have 3 more of the squat set. Inhale. Crown up, nose up, heart up, chest up, hands up, ribs up. Lock it in. Outer legs push down, inner thighs pull up. Strengthen that booty. The booty strengthens from the outside of the hips, not the center at the tailbone. All right, just look from the side for a second. If I squeeze my tailbone, okay, look what happens to my hips. Whoop. They go forward. That is not the right squeeze. I just want you to know that. The squeeze is like pulling your pants up. Your bum should come back a little bit, right? Like you're tucking them into your jeans and then you slide them up. Don't lean backwards, okay? This is my tip for the day, my very important tip for the day. Build this underside, build the smile of your tushy. Inhale, sit down. Chest up, nose up, heart up, ribs up, but my knees bend. Ooh, and sit back. Final one. Inhale. Nose up, heart up, ribs up, arms up. And exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. If you're using the wall, you're going to be at this distance, okay, so that we have that gait forward. If you're not using the wall, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn around and I'll show you what this looks like on the chair. Inhale, take the arms out to the T, and then turn them up so the hands are parallel overhead. The right foot is going to step forward, toe, heel, and then stretch your arms onto the wall and drop your head in between your arms. Okay? 1 second, let me turn around. Okay. I'm turning the chair around. You will be able to see the back of the chair here. This is your wall now. Arms out to the T. Inhale the hands up. Good. You had your right foot come forward. From here, the hands are going to slide down to the top of the chair. Good. If that's still not enough, you can come forward. Elbows on the chair. And stretch your hips back. If you still have more stretch, your crown of the head could touch or your forehead could touch, and the hands could slide down to the seat. Those of you on the wall, let your hands slide down the wall until the fingers can start to reach towards the floor. Bring the body weight forward so the crown of the head touches the back of the seat. The crown of the head touches the wall. Good. Stay there, stay there, stay there. I want you to be able to see it on this side. Good. Good. Reach forward. Reach forward. Reach forward. If the front knee bends, it's okay. Let it soften a little bit. Stretch the spine forward. Look at that nice long line from my shoulder, and I'm going to hold this one, down to my gluteal. Stretching the spine, flat back, reaching through the ribs, building up that heat. The secret here is my inner thighs squeeze together and they lift my spine forward and up. Good. You ready to walk back up that wall? You ready to walk back up that chair? Up, up, up. Nice and vertical. Step the front foot back. Great job. Good. You do not have to turn around. We're going to switch feet. I'm going to start on chair side. Good. Take the arms out to the T. Turn the palms up. Narrow them next to the shoulders. Good. Slowly start to walk the hands down. Make sure your hands can reach the wall, reach the chair. Good. Left foot steps forward halfway. Come up just a little bit. Stretch your spine and then reach forward. Elbows to the wall, elbows to the chair. Forehead touches, or the crown of the head touches. It starts to reach forward. Good. Here's how you know you are at a good distance. Halfway down, you should be able to reach the wall with the head. Hands come down. Head comes down. Hands come down. Head comes down. And I lean forward into the left toes this time. Hold it. I purposely wore this shirt. I want you to know that so you can see the rib cage lengthening here. From my shoulder down to my hip, that long line. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. And slowly come up. Walk up the chair. Walk it up, walk it up, walk it up. All the way to the top. And then the front foot steps back. Great job. Next one. Going to the wall. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to use the back of the chair lightly. Let me show you wall first. I'm just about one elbow away from that wall. My hands are on my hips. My elbows are touching the wall. Here, I want you to press those feet down. Toes and heels are at least parallel. They can be touching if that feels comfortable. Press the elbows back. Lift the heart straight up. See if you can touch the back of the head to the wall and grow taller. I didn't go forward and down. I grew taller. I'm using the wall to help lift my ribs, to help stretch the side of my waist up, up, up. Breathe. Breathe to the rib cage. Breathe to the top of the chest. Lengthen the kidneys. Use your thumbs in the back of the body to lift the spinal muscles up. Open the toes and press those feet down as you pull up those inner thighs. Nice. Inhale, come back to the center and relax just for a moment. All right, for the chair people, let's start on chair side now. Otherwise, you do the second set on the wall. Okay. The hands come back to the tops of the chair. Automatically here, my fingers are pointing towards my buttocks and then down towards the floor. My shoulders have a forward rotation. Okay? I want you to start by pressing the heels of the hands down and opening the chest up. Depending on how this feels in the front of your shoulders, right, how tight or how open they are, you can rotate the fingertips backwards now, facing the seat of the chair. This might allow your chest to open a little bit more, It might allow your heart to lift a little bit more, making the legs strong. Again, do not slide forward. Lean back a little bit into the chair. Your hands can slide down the sides of the chair as long as you keep lifting your heart forward and up. This one takes a little bit more energy. You have less holding you up, okay, than the wall. So really go for that big heart lift. It's so funny because really you should feel the shape of the Hanukkah moving through your body, right? The legs, the body are one, and then as you open up towards the chest and the shoulders, you should feel that spread, that opening of heat, fire, light, creating space and distance between shoulders, between the throat and the clavicles. All of that spreads open. 2 more deep breaths. 2 more deep breaths. Oh, yes. Those of you who are on the wall, I've not forgotten about you, right? Hands are on the hips, elbows are against the wall, crown of the head touching. Lift up. Oh, it's delicious. And slowly come back to standing release. Beautiful. Turn sideways now. Your lateral, your side body, right, should be facing the wall. We're going to do 2 things. I'm going to show the wall first. We'll go to the chair second. My bottom hand is turning into the wall. And it's just a little bit. I'm about an elbow's distance. Again, a little less. Maybe this is an elbow distance. Here, I'm a little less. I'm turning my palm down. Okay? I'm going to lean over into my right hand, and I'm going to trigger my right obliques, and my right outside of the leg presses down. Left hand up. Reach for over the head. If this hurts the shoulder, left hand can be on the head, left hand could be on the left shoulder, left hand could be on the left hip, or it could just relax down. For me, I'm going to take that full stretch and I'm going to press. Right hand slides down the wall, left hand reaches up. Look at that nice bend and I press away, making my legs stronger, making my hands lighter, finding that nice curve of the lateral body, and breathing open. Good. Slowly slide back up. Let's turn around and let's work on the other side. For our purposes, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the chair. Hand relaxes on that chair. Toes and heels are just about touching. Press down on the chair with your left hand. If you're doing it, left hand should be on the bottom and right hand is coming up. Lean into that left hand. Press down on the wall. Press down on the chair. Inhale, the right hand comes up. Hip, shoulder, ear, head, and then extension over the body. The more that left hand presses down, reaches down, the right hand reaches up, then we can start to really stretch the legs. The outside of the left leg presses down. The outside of the right leg also presses down. And the inside of the thighs pull up. Move away as you press down from the chair. Move away from the chair just like we moved away from the wall. Use the chair's stability as you gain more distance. Beautiful. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. Inhale up. And exhale. Soften those hands down. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to make a little bit more space here for the chair because of my legs. And we're going to turn the chair around so that the short end of the seat now is on the mat for those of you who are using your chairs. So spin it around. Okay. We're going to move towards the wall first. Okay, so let's go through spacing. The legs are going to wind up starting parallel and they're going to open up to a wide straddle. When you take that step out, look what happens. My fingertips just happen to touch the wall. And in this case, on the other side, my fingertips are just over the chair, right? So I'm going to have even movement one side, even movement to the other, right? And you can notice we're moving into a triangle position. Inhale, come up. Start in the center. Let's turn to the right. My right foot, right? Press the heel down, roll the toe out. My right fingers touch the wall. My left hip goes back. I'm stretching the palm of my right hand. Before I go any lower, I'm going to reach my elbow forward so I can stretch my buttocks back. Good. The other hand comes over the head. Good. And I reach down, press away. Press away. Those of you who can reach your hand down to the floor, reach the hand down to the floor. You do not have to touch the wall. You could also stretch the hand all the way up to the sky. Work the obliques, work that side of the waist. Work the inside of the thighs, pulling them up. Stretch the chest forward. Use that hollow belly as you pull it in and up and lengthen. And then slowly come back up, come back up, come back up. Nice job. Turn the right foot in by pressing down on the heel. Left side, press down on the heel, roll the left foot out. Inhale, stretch forward, touching the wall again, or in this case, we can touch the chair. Good. Reach the chest forward. Walk the hand forward. See if you can bring the elbow down, the forearm down. And if this is too far, you can always slide that chair forward and bring the whole forearm down. The other hand comes up to the shoulder, up to the ear, up to the head, over. So we can first touch the back of that seat. Look underneath that arm. Look underneath that arm. And then the bottom hand comes to the floor. Okay? If you don't need the support, top hand lifts. Good. Stretch those obliques again. Press that chest forward. Open the rib cage up towards the sky. Belly hollows, inner thighs lift. Good job. 2 more deep breaths. Feel the heat move through the legs, move through the chest, move up through the fingers. And then we slowly come up. Hand on the chair, palm on the chair. We walk up the wall, legs come straight, torso neutral. Press on the left heel, rotate the feet in, and slowly step the feet back together. Doesn't have to be a jump, it could be a step, but middle of the mat. Palms down, relax for a moment. Beautiful. All right. Continuing with our trend today for heart openers, chest openers, bringing the heat into the body, right? The fire. Think about burning the oil, especially during the Hanukkah season. So with all of that heat, we want to go ahead and create more lift. All right? So here on the next one, we want to open up the front of the quads. We want to open up the front of the hips before we get down to the floor again. If you're using a wall, you're going to bring your body all the way to the wall. You want your nose to touch, your belly to touch, your hip to touch, but the legs do not touch, just maybe the tip of the toe. Okay? Here I have the ability to grab on either side. Your hands can go down, and I'd like you to stretch your left leg back, stretch your right hip bone forward. The hands go onto the back of the hips. Both hips press forward, trying to touch your belly button, right? Your belt line to the wall, and making that tush stronger, and getting a stretch here in front of the left hip. Chest tall, pull the rib cage up. If you feel good from here, you're going to find that balance on that right leg, and you're going to pull that left foot up, bringing the knee and the hip to the wall. Press the hips forward, lift the chest up. From here, the hips stay forward, pull the knee back. And we happen to be doing here standing half frog. Open it, stretch it away, and then release down. Soften. All right, those of you on the chair, you didn't miss out. Well, you did maybe on the first set, but we're going to do it again. Look how we work here. Let me bring the whole chair on. Okay? We're switching, okay? One leg is going to be adjacent to the chair on the side, and then the other knee is going to rest up onto the chair itself, so the hips can press forward. Lift the chest, open the heart. Use that right hip now as that baseline. Good. Lift the chest up. Think tall. Make the left leg strong, please. As that happens, I'm going to slide my right knee backwards without moving my hip bone. My right leg gets a little lighter, my left leg gets a little stronger, and it enables me to get some bend on that back leg. As I bend that knee, I'm going to lift my abs rather than squeeze my tush or my hamstrings, right? Softly mobile, and then I bring that foot up towards my glute. Lift the rib cage. Stretch that knee down. You need to go for the stretch in the front of the body. Otherwise, the back of the leg is going to cramp. Stretch the quad. Come on, stretch the quad. Stretch the quad. I'm using my second hand here for a little bit of leverage because I need a deeper stretch. Good. Otherwise, one hand is fine. Press the hips forward. Lift the chest up. Those of you on the wall should be getting a great right hip stretch while your left leg holds you and supports you. And then slow release. Down with the foot, soften, and release the leg off. Switch sides again. We need to go repetitively through both legs. At least once. If you can get through both legs twice, that is the goal. So switch sides. Those of you on the chair, stepping to the other side. Knee comes up. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to show you this way. This also works. Right? And I grab that knee from behind. Vertical lift. Knee stretches down. Body lifts up. Here's that extra stretch. Tall. Otherwise, I'm back against the wall. My face is facing the wall. My belly button is facing the wall. Hold. Get a couple of deep breaths in. Open it up. Great job. Great job. All right, you ready to switch to the other leg one more time so we have a total chance to move both ways? Okay, take your time, please. Switch legs. Let me come back to the wall one more time. One hand up, one toe into the wall, and the other leg pulls back and up. This is the ultimate of half frog here. You can see how my shoulder is tucking in, but my elbow is pulling out. My leg, my knee is pulling back behind me so my front body can open. Good job. And release down. All right. Heat. We finally make our way to the floor. All right. The chair is coming back to the edge of the mat, please. I'm going to show you both options, using with the chair or using with the wall. Come down to the floor carefully, gently. This is a good time to get a little bit of water, not a lot, because we're going to be lying flat. Okay? Soft step down. Look how I'm stepping backwards. Coming into tabletop and relaxing down. Here are the props that we're going to need. If you have those blankets, those pillows, please get at least one. Here's the second, right, if you have it. And I'd like you to start by bringing that blanket into the kind of the quarter, the square. And from here, I want you to cut it into thirds. A third fold and a third fold. So you have here now a little bolster. And the bolster here is just about, I don't know, a palm width thick, a couple of inches at least. Leave that to the side of the mat, and you're going to see how we're going to use that. I'm going to start on chair side first so you can watch the shape of the legs. Okay? And then I'll move to the wall afterwards. I'm sliding forward so that my knees are touching the edge of the chair. If you need the stability, hold the edge of the chair and roll back slow. Okay. From here, the feet go on top of the chair. Bring them out to the side. Don't kick the chair. Good. And then you can possibly wiggle into the chair a little bit more. So the whole back of the knee, the back of the calf, is relaxing on the chair itself. All right, here comes that bolster, that nice roll, that pillow. Put it right by your hands. First set, palms down. On the inhale, we start from the crown of the head. Nose up, chin up, throat up, heart up, and look what happens. The rest of the body follows that lift up. Try not to push the chair with the legs. Try to press the legs straight down and start to stretch those quads just like you did on the wall before. Hip bones relax in. Belly becomes nice and flat here. The tush becomes strong from the side rather than overlifting, and you can see kind of getting puffy at my groin. It relaxes in. Strong hips from the sides. Press your shoulders down instead. Press your arms down instead. And it doesn't mean the hands, it means by the elbows, by the shoulders. Even though my hands are resting, they're not overly pressing. Or you could hold here. Breathe into the rib cage. 2. Breathe. 1 more. The chin lifts slightly away from the chest. Try not to drive the throat down. Keep the neck and throat open and scoop the belly as you roll down. Diaphragm, abdominals, flatten the hips to the floor. That was 1. Good. From flat palms down, turn the palms up, and we inhale again. Inhale. Eyes up, nose up, chin up, heart up, hips up. Don't spread them apart, but narrow them. Let the back of the feet lift up too, so the whole back of the leg is stretching. Point the toes, the balls of the toes, into the back of the seat and lift. Soften the hips. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Those of you who are on the chair, you are fine. We can continue instruction the same way. Those of you using the wall. Okay. Those of you using the wall, my toes are touching the edge of the wall. All right, you're going to walk your feet up to 90 degrees. And this is the level at which we're going to work out right now. You still have that bolster close to you. Let's go. Those of you in the chair, lower back down to the floor. Everybody's starting flat. Inhale, palms up. We lift again. Nose up, chin up, heart up, hips up. Those of you on the wall can hang. You don't have to overpress. If you want to overpress, it's going to bring more pressure to the shoulders, which is not a bad thing. It's going to help stretch the back of the neck, stretch the back of the shoulders. If you can lift all the way up again, think narrow thighs like you're pulling on jeans. Narrow hips, narrow legs, hold. Doesn't have to be this high. It could be here. It could be hovering above the floor. That's okay too. And slowly roll down. Great job. Good. Take the arms from the hips and the palms up, out to a T. And we lift again. Inhale. Hips up, chest up, heart up. Roll the spine away from the shoulders. Make the back of the neck long by smelling something right above you. Look up towards the ceiling. Don't look towards those knees. Look up towards the ceiling. Make the back of the neck long. Make sure you can still breathe, right? Imagining smelling those flowers. You should be able to drink something, eat a grape, not literally, but have that open throat. Ooh, and stretch those legs up. Don't stick the belly out. This is not right. Pull the belly in, nice and flat. Roll down, scoop, abs tuck in, hips tuck in, thighs narrow, and we roll the spine down. All right. Relax for a moment here. If your calves are still on the back of the chair, great. If you're on the wall, you could always stretch your legs up straight. All right. One more round of feet up. Okay? Because the feet are elevated, we have the greatest distance between buttocks and heels, and it makes a lot of room to be able to lift, to be able to open the arms out to the T. Now you should be able to stretch your arms all the way over the head and drop the shoulder blades down, gripping with the back of the shoulder blades, gripping with the back of the spine and the armpits to the floor, and stretching your legs up, up, up. Those of you using the wall, if you'd like to stretch your legs straight, totally fine. Let the abs sink in. Don't be low. Try to lift up. Nice, neutral, central core. Shoulder blades down. Even if you're on the chair, stretch those toes out straight. Press the toes to the back of the chair and stretch your arms above your head. Press the shoulder blades to the floor. Chin is high. Breathe easily through the nose, through the mouth. If you find that your breath is getting stuffy, lower down slowly. Scoop the belly, roll down, roll down, roll down. Hands come back to the tops of the hips and the thighs. Lower, right heel down as close as you can to the right buttocks. Left heel down, same thing. When you bring them down, you should have no knee pain. Do not bring them so close that your other body parts hurt. I want you to bring them close so that you feel the stretch in your quadriceps. Okay. Inhale, buttocks up. Take that little tiny roll underneath the back of the pant pockets. And we're going to rest here for a few minutes. Not quite sure what's wrong with the mic and the static in this position, but we'll see what we can do. Breathe. Let the back of the hips relax on this roll. Get that downward slope of energy going towards the head. The palms can relax besides the hips, either palms up or palms down. The palms could relax out to the T. Palms up from here. And then the palms could always stretch over the head. Breathe. Soften the core, soften the body on the mat. Let your eyes begin to close underneath the lids. And let the heaviness of the body sink into the back of the hips and the hip girdle and the buttocks on this towel. Okay. Don't sit up, don't sit up. Keep going, lay on the floor. I'm changing my position so you don't hear all of this static. Enjoy the weight of the hips down. Like the base of the menorah, that heaviness roots and grounds everything so that we can light the candles and let them lift the light high to the sky. So here, let the hips be the heavy part. Let all of that drainage, let all of that energy, that light stream down the body and back towards the head, back towards the chest and the breathing. For those of you who want to pump the energy from here, you can inhale, lift the hips up off the blanket, giving strength, giving support to the inner thighs and the glutes, giving opening to the hips and an opening to the chest. And then exhale, roll back down, make your hips heavy onto the mat. Inhale again, lifting up. Off the blanket, off the floor, buttocks lift, hips lift. Exhale, relax. Bring them back down to the floor. Let's try again 2 more times. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, roll back down. And final one. Inhale, hips lift. Hold it here. Keep the buttocks firm. Remember, the heels were as close to the tush as possible. They should not have walked away. Okay? Stabilize underneath that right knee, right foot, and come up off of the left heel. Press the left tippy toes down to gain stability. Right leg takes over. Lift the left foot off the floor and try to hold the balance up towards the sky, knee to chest or leg vertical. If you absolutely can't, you can always put those hips back down on the mat. Press down with the grounded leg. It still has to work. Stretch up with the lifted leg. Open the chest, use the arms. Tuck the belly in. Holding, building strength and stability in that right side. And then slowly bring that left leg back down to the floor. Everybody, hips to the mat or the blanket. Make sure the feet didn't run away. They are close to the buttocks. We inhale up again, buttocks lifts. Those of you whose legs are tired, the buttocks stays down, and now we go for right heel up, right toes up, right leg up. Strengthen that left side. It doesn't have to be high, it has to be strong. Belly up, inner thigh pulls up, glute gets stronger. Holding 4. Good. Those of you, it's heavy, bring the buttocks down, stabilize. Press that left foot to the floor. Let the right leg stretch to the sky. Good. Holding 3. Holding 2. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Find that stamina. Good. One more, and slowly lower that right leg down. Inhale, hips up. Find the strength. Even distribution between both glutes, both quads, both tailbone. Roll down, buttocks on the mat, on the blanket. Stretch the legs out. All right, those of you who are close to the wall, the legs are going to go up. Totally fine. Feel that decreasing drop of energy. Toes to hips to back to head. Open the arms up to a T. Relax here. Let the back of the shoulder blades roll into the floor. Let the fingers open so you feel the stretch just in the sides of the chest by the armpits. Belly drops in. And the breath is smooth and soft. Allow the right knee to fall back into the chest. Keep the left knee where it is. If you want to pull with the right arm a little bit, pull in, hold. If you can grab right fingers to the toes from here, grab the right fingers to the toes. Otherwise, where's that strap? Should be close by you, or that extra leverage. Good. Toes extend over the head. Reach the legs away from each other by scooping the belly. The leg that's on the wall should strengthen a little bit, and the stretching leg can move out to the shoulder, out to the side of the body. See if you can touch the floor. And then bring it back up and in. Switch legs, left knee falls into the chest. Breathe, soften, make the right leg strong here. Left knee falls in again, fingers to toes. And then let the hamstrings stretch. Belly button in, strong right leg. Open that left leg up to the side. See if the toe can touch the floor. Reach those legs away. Fantastic. Back up to the middle, both feet on the wall or on the chair. And then slowly slide the feet down. Inhale, lift the buttocks up. Take that blanket out. Take the pillow out. Scoop the abs, roll down. Pause. Okay, if you can, you're going to make the body straight. So I'm going to wiggle here just a little bit. I'm going to wiggle my legs straight so that my legs can come all the way flat. I think you have almost a full view of my body. Let's see if we can quiet the mic. And my palms turn up. Press the heels into the wall. Stretch the toes up the wall. As that happens, squeeze those inner thighs. Stretch the outer legs. Oh, lift the head. Flatten the abs. And roll down. Inhale, right heel to the wall, right arm stretches away. Press. Drop the spine, drop the rib cage to the floor, squeeze the tushy. Good. And inhale, come back to neutral and relax. Inhale, left arm up, Press the left heel into the wall or into the base of the chair. It doesn't matter. Stretch it long. Scoop the belly in. Flatten shoulder, hip. Squeeze the tush. Ooh. Inhale. Bring the limb back to neutral. Both arms. Inhale up above the head. Away from the feet. Press both heels away. Stretch both fingers away from the toes. Drop the belly button in. Drop the shoulder blades down. Lengthen that tailbone. Soften the front of the hips. Lift the head and slowly roll up. Hands to the thighs or the buttocks. Press the elbows down. Sit all the way up. And then happily we're going to turn around. I want you to use that same roll of the blanket. Put it up against the wall. We're going to turn all the way around and we're going to sit on that blanket. The legs could either be straight. Here's where that final blanket comes in. As we're sitting here, you can take that second blanket or pillow, pull it underneath the thighs. Elbows and hands relax on the floor, and my shoulders and elbows touch the wall. Head back, spine back. Sit as tall as you can against the walls, and then start to balance the feet. Are both hip bones back against the wall? Are the feet the same length? Are the knees sitting at the same place? Are the feet balanced evenly? Toes opening, spreading. Use the wall, relax back. Find the strength of the core, find the solidity of the shoulders. Find the stretch of the outer hips down to the toes and the squeeze of the inner thighs up. And we maximize this hold here. Everything works gently against the wall. Train the core to be strong and tall. Train the belly to drop into the body. And enjoy this seated position. Let the hands move on to the tops of the thighs. Make sure the hands are pressing down. Thighs are strong. Feet are almost relaxed here, but the thighs are working. Sit away from the wall and forward fold. Ooh, stretch that back. Inhale again, up and over. Good. Bring the elbows forward to the knees. Relax the head. Inhale, up and over. Stretch the fingers to the feet, to the toes. Exhale, roll down. And final one. Inhale, roll all the way up. Take the hands up over the head. Lengthen the chest and the spine totally over the tops of the feet. If you can, grab the soles of the feet and stretch them up. Belly button in. And then slowly point the toes and roll down. You can finish in this forward folded position. If it's a little too much strain for the back, come up slowly, cross the legs. Keep the pillow underneath the thighs so it supports the back of the legs, and then come forward again, chest down, head down. Closing off the world, relaxing to the floor, quieting the mind inside the body after all of that strong base strength. And enjoy feeling your solidity. Enjoy feeling strong, centralized, compact. And it's not density in a bad way, but it's density that makes us strong versus soft volume, right? Marshmallow fluff, big and fluffy, versus a rock, smaller and more dense. All of us want greater density in our muscle mass. So that's what you should feel like in your hips today. That's what you feel like in your rib cage today after that stretching. Thicker, thinner, more streamlined. And with that thought, right, and moving into Hanukkah, I'm assuming that's what the Maccabees had to feel like in that fight. I'm assuming that's how their stealthiness worked in their mind to try to overcome their opponents, which clearly they did not have the advantage. But when you believe in yourself and you find that true, right, solid density, you find your true core, your true meaning, and you stick behind that, right, great miracles can happen. It did for them. It can for you and your body and your mind. All it does is take a little bit of practice, a little bit of that steadfastness in mind and body, and of course, having some faith. Hope you all have a happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Enjoy the rest of the holiday season. We will have several weeks worth of break. Keep your eyes out in the Temple Bulletin for classes resuming in 2021. And I wish you all a wonderful day. Namaste, Shanti, and Shalom.